5th day of travel, heading west. And we are currently in Minnesota. Yesterday it was our desire to visit Voyager National Park on the Canadian border in Minnesota, but upon further investigation, roads seem to be washed out in the area, so Bob felt strongly against going. It being Memorial Day weekend, campgrounds were slim to none for us to pop into, so we ended up overnighting at a casino.
Yeah, we changed plans to go to the national park, but then we decided, because the other thing we want to do while we're up here is we want to go to Angle Point, I think it's called. But anyway, it's the most northern point in the lower 48, and you actually have to cross over the border into Canada to do this, and it's like an hour and a half's drive. It's really not that far over the border, but the weather was coming, it was getting late. I mean, we were on the road way longer than I like to be. It was like 8.5 hours, so we said, you know what, we won't do that either. So I mean, that's why we're at however the wind blows, because it really doesn't matter to us. We kind of just do whatever we have to do, depending on road conditions, time of year, weather.
Yeah, because these points of interest aren't going anywhere, and we can always come back. Ooh, there goes a bunny. We have already done the most southern point in Key West, Florida. We've done the most northeastern point in Maine and the most northern city in Maine. We've also done the furthest southwestern point, which was Border Park near San Diego, California.
Yeah, which is, I mean, you you're walking on the border of Mexico to get there. So yeah, it was pretty interesting to get all the way to the actual, we saw it, but we couldn't stand there because the border being closed. So.
Yeah, so the park was closed. We were prohibited from entering the park, so we took a picture at the sign. All right, so we'll see how today goes.
Yeah, so the plan right now, the weather's good right now, but the plan is to go up to Birch Ridge Campground, which is right on the border of Canada, and the plan is to park the rig there and take the Jeep across the border and try to make it to the most northern point in Minnesota, and we'll be filming a lot of that. So yeah, let's see what happens, however the wind blows.
Yep. We drive along Red Lake and make our way to the town of Warroad to Birch Ridge Campground. We drive through the town of Greyclaw. Population 180. We're kind of getting a taste of what it might be like up in Alaska. Fuel stations are few and far between up here in northern Minnesota. As we make our way to the campground, the owner gives us a call.
Okay.
And like I said, so it sounds like you know how to get there, only being a half mile away. And it's, like I said, you just drive straight in, past the American flag going straight, and it's the third spot on your right.
Third spot on my right. Okay.
Feel free, get in there, get comfortable. There, by your site, there'll be a little bathroom building. Good, make yourself comfortable. If you have any questions, give me a call.
So we're at the flag now. And
yep. So
you go right?
Nope, just go straight.
Go
Don't
straight.
take a right.
Okay.
Go straight. There'll be 2 campers in spots, and then the next open spot is spot number 10.
Alrighty.
Super.
Thank you very much.
Feel like you have to hang around. Enjoy yourself. Go do whatever, and we'll figure something out.
Okay.
Sounds great.
Very
Thank
good.
you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Such warm hospitality makes us feel right at home. Okay. Well, we got in here fine. Got these 2 trees here. We'll see how we maneuver around those. We're gonna unhook the Jeep and get the camper backed in here. Fire pit. And now for the truck and camper. Let's see it from Bob's perspective.
All right, guys, so here we go again. We're going to try to get across the border and go to the most northern point of the lower 48, which is in Minnesota, but you've got to cross, like we said before, you got to cross into Canada to get to it. So we're going to do our first border crossing and see how we make out. We did get a camp ground real close, about an hour and a half to the spot in Minnesota. So we're right on the Canadian border. I don't, you know the name of the town?
Oh, we're in War Road, W-A-R-R-O-A-D. And it's a balmy 52 degrees out. So our first day of travel, it was 71, then 81, then 95 degrees. We needed the air conditioning desperately. Then in the 60s, and today 52. What else will it bring? We'll see.
Well, South North Dakota got snow, so we're going there tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, but at least it's not like Montana. Parts of Montana got 20 inches, so they don't realize it's May.
Yeah.
Not November, January, February, March.
And our friends that will be joining us in Alaska, they've been coming up from South Carolina, and they've encountered severe storms, the ones that are creating tornadoes and 80-mile-an-hour winds in the middle section of the country. So they've been dodging those storms. Now to cross into Canada. Just to travel a bit and to cross back into Minnesota to get to the most northern point of the lower 48.
Good, and yourself?
Just hang tight, I'm going to grab my plane.
Yes.
Where do you guys live?
Florida, in Crystal River?
Okay. These are just driver's licenses?
Yes.
I'll give you those back. How long are you guys coming up for?
About an hour and a half. We're just going up to Minesota, Angle Inlet.
What's going on up there?
That's the actually most northern port in the lower 48. So
Okay, so you just want to check it out then?
yeah, it's one of our last ones. We've done all the 4 corners, so now we do that. So yeah.
Just a couple more questions, like, do we have any fruit, firearms,
Thank
you, alcohol, or tobacco with us? And we were on our way. In Canada. Of course, as in Angie fashion, I missed the Manitoba sign. Officially in Manitoba, Canada, heading for Angle Inlet. Back in Minnesota, so I'm assuming we have to cross the U.S. border into Minnesota again. We'll see. Manitoba has some unique traffic signs to indicate when you're permitted to pass another vehicle. From pavement to dirt road. That's a relief. We didn't have to go through Border Patrol to cross back into the U.S.
We're not sure. That sign said something about Border Patrol up here 8 miles.
Oh, okay.
Something about video camera. I don't know.
Okay, very good.
Here's a sign.
Gotcha.
We'll read it. Canadian telephone reporting stations at Kings Corner, Youngs Bay, and Carlson's.
Yeah, service up here is spotty at best. So we're in Angle Inlet, Minnesota. Now we're headed to the most northern point. There did seem to be a checkpoint, but there was nobody there, and we were permitted to continue on. Almost there, 4.5 miles.
4 miles.
Whatever.
Welcome.
Come on, wipers, do your thing.
Very good. Border boys.
We're here. Ooh, after that ride, Daisy's ready for another bath.
So it was a trek to get here, but we did make it to the most northern point of the lower 48. And you're, just for anybody that wants to do this, you're on dirt roads for, I want to say 31 miles. But I tell you, it really wasn't bad. I mean, I didn't think it was bad. Did you? No. I mean, there was a few rough spots, but other than that, I was doing 90 kilometers on it.
It would have been a little more difficult with the big rig.
Oh yeah, I'm so thankful that we left the big rig
Yeah.
at the park and we took the Jeep. I don't have an air down system on the Jeep, which I really wish I did, because I would have definitely aired the tires down a little bit. Made it, because there was some, I know them as corduroy roads, but ripples in the roads. But I tell you, it's well worth it. People are so nice. There's a big fishing resort area. Yeah, we're sitting here at Jerry's restaurant right now, getting ready to get a bite to eat. We got some red ale. I forget what it was called. Do you remember, babe?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
We'll get it on the way out. We'll let you know.
Yeah, we'll ask them. But yeah, I mean, Angel Pan out, but it's a really nice view from the restaurant, and it's not that bad. It really isn't. I mean, it's worth it. We've done them all. The only thing we have left, which we'll do when we leave out of Alaska, Canada, we'll come down to Cassiar, and we're going to go into Washington State. So we will do the most northwest portion, and we'll have them all. So yeah,
All the points.
All the points. Yeah, it's pretty amazing feat and something that we really wanted to do. So yeah.
It was well worth stopping into Jerry's for lunch. Delicious food, great atmosphere, kind, helpful people. Service was great. Prices were reasonable. And they make the most amazing cinnamon rolls. We timed it just right and stayed 10 minutes longer to get them fresh out of the oven. Excited! She's still warm and she just came out of the oven. Look at that baby. Let's see how good she is. She's amazing. I don't know if Bob's gonna get any. She's coming down now. Back in Canada. We wanted to take a stroll along the water's edge before leaving Angle Inlet, but the weather had different plans for us, so we decided to head back to camp. Sweet, back on pavement. We crossed back over to the U.S. in spring, 34 miles away.
It was Angle Island, right?
Angle Inlet.
Gotcha.
Just a little preparation before crossing back into the U.S.
Welcome to the United States of America. How you doing? I'm doing good. Angle
Angle Inlet.
Yeah, Angle Inlet.
You've obviously been to the southernmost point.
Yes.
We're only lacking one.
Where are you to next?
We'll leave here tomorrow. We'll start headed out towards Montana, and then we'll be crossing the border again because we're going to Alaska. You have a good evening.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Good to know.
Yeah, right.
We
Wow.
got quite the list of things that we're not allowed to bring back into the U.S. from Canada.
Or Alaska.
She was most helpful. She gave us some great advice on entering back into Canada and then back into Alaska to make things a little easier for us. Nice little cozy spot. I cook up some vegetables to add to the roast, which was already prepared. Oh, wow. Bob cleans the gray and black tank and fills us up for water, so we'll be all set for boondocking again. It's been a great little campground. While Bob takes care of the tanks and fills the water, I'm just going to walk the garbage. This is such a sweet little campground. If you're ever here and you're planning on going to the most northern point in contiguous U.S., check out this campground. Birch Ridge RV Park. As you can see, it is quite cold out. It's only 42 degrees. And I'm gonna get back to the camper and get warm. You can see why it's called Birch Ridge Campground. Birches for days. Well, I found the office, but I did not find the garbage. A lovely camper. She just told me where the garbage is. It's all the way on the other end. I was hoping to get a little walk in this morning. I needed to keep the blood and the spinal fluid flowing. Cool. They disguised the lamppost with a pine tree. Fake pines. There's another one. No fish guts allowed in this garbage dumpster. Now to find the campsite. Hear an engine running. It's gotta be us. Sure enough, there we are. Amongst the birches. There's the playground. Would you believe it? There's the restroom.
Water up.
Okay.
Everything else is done, picked up.
Oh, good. Now to take a minute, sit back and wait for Bob to finish up. He's filling the tank now. He's getting the vehicles warm. And I'm going to do a little editing while I'm waiting for him. Here you can see what the camper looks like with 2 slides in. She's pretty tight right now. Just have the back slide out. Wider. Good job, babe. Good job. Well, we were supposed to have a nice day, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll get some as we go. God willing.
Looks good, babe. We'll check lights. Oh, you gotta put it in neutral. So we have no lights on the Jeep right now. Bob's checking it out. Nope, nothing. Nope. Always something. Got lights now. Loose connection. Bob will fix it on a nicer day. In the truck, we're only registering 40 degrees out. Bob, did get the lights working? It seems there's a loose connection, right, babe?
I think the splices that I put together for the extension somehow got pinched. So I'll have to look at them.
Yeah, and we had a great night last night. Our whole day yesterday was wonderful. Great night last night. As you see from the footage, the campground was great.
And the weather is what it is. I mean, we're just going to go with it. I mean, we're going to Alaska. It's just getting us ready for it.
Yeah.
Cold, wet, you know, I mean, you just never know, but it really doesn't matter. It's about just getting out, getting it, seeing it. I mean, God's world, absolutely amazing.
I'm appreciating these insulated pants right now for sure, and our rain gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And shout out to the person who recommended gloves. Those came out this morning. So yeah, today we're taking a ride into the town of Halleck, Minnesota. So we're excited for that. We're hoping to get a picture by the sign, but we'll see.
Yeah, that's my last name, and the guy that named it was actually Charles Halleck, and that was my father's name. That was back in 1787 when I looked up the history of it.
Yeah, so interesting stuff.
So make sure to check in next episode when we share the town of Halleck with you and all of the wonderful people and places we see. So remember, as always, have a great day, God bless, and we'll see you soon.
It comes to bite.
So,
Do it the other way. Can't see anything. Right?
oh, gotcha, yeah.